guys, when we are presented with narcissistic individuals, when we ultimately are at a point where we can actually identify that something's not right here. Why is it exactly that we're getting this awakening to narcissism and we've actually encountered a narcissistic individual? Many of us have attributes about ourselves that are unchecked, okay? Many of us have sides to ourselves that we've been at a perpetual state of doing something. And if we do not come to the realization that this thing that we're actually doing is not going to be profitable for us, it's not going to be beneficial for not just our mind, body, and our soul, but ultimately for our spirit. Okay, and this is the reason why many of us have ran into the narcissist. Some of us, we have this mentality where we know that we have in fact been victimized by these people. Okay. And I am not by any means denying the fact that we have been victimized. But the thing is about it is, what was it about us that attracted the narcissist? What were the things that we did not have under submission, the things that we had a lack of self-control with, the things that we neglected within ourselves that we were not, able to identify that, hey, this person is actually playing on my insecurities. This person is playing on the fact that I have mother wounds. This person, reminds me of myself. What is this connection that we're actually having with narcissistic individuals, where we have to come to the realization and say, many of the things that we figure out about the narcissist, saying that, the narcissistic individual has a victim mentality. Are we someone that has a victim mentality? These are questions that we have to ask ourselves, even though we are not at the ratio of how the narcissist does this thing. But ultimately, things have to be magnified, right? In order for us to identify that there is a problem here. Some of us have been around a narcissistic individual that lives in a perpetual state of victimization to the point where we don't even have room to be a victim anymore. Right? Some of us who have this mindset that everything is wrong with everyone else and nothing is wrong with us, where we can identify the flaws in other people and to make up excuses that there's something wrong with this person, but not actually identifying that maybe there's something not quite right about me. So when we engage with narcissistic individuals and we're actually presented with a narcissist, this is a person who ultimately is mirroring ourselves. They can see our wounds. This is the reason why the narcissist comes to you, and they may not have had a rough childhood, but they can relate to the fact that you have, because they've gotten this information from you. And now they know exactly the role to play when it comes to them infiltrating your life, because ultimately this is what it's about, infiltration, because they're not actually coming to give anything. They're coming to possess a thing. They want all out control over you as an individual. And what better way to gain that access and to gain that control and to get you to trust them by pretending to be you. That way you feel as if you can trust yourself. The interesting thing about it is many of us didn't know who we were until we actually ran into the narcissist. And this is why you guys have to think of the defining moments that actually the clarity that you get, the information that you get about yourself. How many of you guys are conflicted? Am I a narcissist? Am I not a narcissist? What's going on here? Wait a second. What's happening? This is of great importance for you to differentiate yourself from that narcissistic individual, but not just to differentiate yourselves, okay? It's about differentiating the attributes that are not good for yourself. Negative traits that you have, that you've used, that's preventing you from actually healing. Having a victim mentality is an individual who doesn't want to heal. This is a person who wants to make up excuses that they're an unfortunate soul, that nobody understands them, that nobody appreciates them, and that they feel that having a victim mentality soothes those inner childhood wounds, that it soothes the fact that they aren't seen as they'd like to be seen as. But having a victim mentality keeps you stagnant. It keeps you at a place where you're never going to develop when it comes to certain aspects of yourself, because of the fact that you don't see your wrongs. Instead, you see the wrongs of everyone else, even when they do things that are extremely minute, things that you are to look over and things that you could possibly just get over. You magnify those things and you make them huge, because now you're faced and you're presented with a person that you can't empathize with, that person, because you are always the one that wants to be seen as the victim. So I hope that this message has been informative to you guys. And of course, I will be back with another one. Love you. Bye.